What's up guys? We have tested a large projector from Alliwava with a very high brightness of 800 ANSI lumens, a compact projector with a cute design. And now let's check out a portable projector with a rotating stand, native 1080p resolution, 300 ANSI brightness, and even a smart system. This is the most affordable projector from Alliwava that we have had. You can buy it for only $99. By the way, there are many videos about HY320 projector on YouTube, and they all have the same design. However, the specs are different. My projector is called Alliwava HY320. I will leave a link to it in the description under the video. Okay, let's start the review. So the new Alliwava projector comes in a cardboard box. There's a sticker on the side with all the projector specifications. I have already told you about some of them, such as resolution, brightness, etc. You know, the projector takes up almost the entire box inside. However, there's also a white package with a remote control. Power cable and user manual. I said at the beginning of the video that we would be testing a portable projector, but that's not quite true. It is a compact mini projector, but I cannot call it portable since it doesn't have a built-in battery. The main feature of the Alliwava HY320 projector is the stand. It allows you to rotate the projector 180 degrees. This is one of the latest trends in the projector market, and I think the Samsung Freestyle was one of the first of its kind. However, the Samsung projector is almost 7 times more expensive than the Alliwava HY320. By the way, the projector does not rotate smoothly, but in steps. It's actually not that easy to do, and you will need to use 2 hands. There is an adhesive pad at the bottom of the stand, so you can stick the projector to the table or any other place. By the way, I just remembered that I tested a previous model of this projector HY300, but it was from a different company. Alliwava also has this projector, but it is in white color. The new Alliwava HY320 has a lens and a manual focus wheel on the front. There's a power button, USB, AV, HDMI ports, and power connector on the back. At first I thought it was a speaker, but it is actually a vent. A speaker is at the bottom, near the lens. There is only Alliwava logo on top. It looks like all control of the projector is done through the remote. It is made of cheap plastic, but that's okay for a budget projector. By the way, you need the remote to switch to a smart system, so don't lose it. We will talk about the smart system a little later. By the way, I forgot to mention the size and weight of the Alliwava HY320 projector. The size of the main body is 195 by 104 by 100 mm. With the stand, it is 135 mm. The weight of the projector is 910 grams. So it is a real compact projector that you can carry around the room or even take it with you from home. Now let's turn it on. The focus must be adjusted before using the projector. It is manual here, and you need to rotate the wheel around the lens. As for the Keystone correction, it is automatic. I wouldn't say it is very fast and accurate, but quite good for a budget projector. This allows you to quickly move the projection up or down the wall, or even to the ceiling. So this is a multimedia system with iOS cast, Android cast, HDMI, files and settings. We will check out screen mirroring a little later. In the settings menu, we have network with Wi-Fi connection, but more on that later. The projector also supports Bluetooth, so you can connect headphones or external speakers to it. In the input signal menu, there's only HDMI and boot signal. Now let's move on to something more important, display settings. Here we can choose a picture mode from Standard, Cinema, Vivid and Custom, as well as change the brightness. I prefer to use the default settings. After that, you can enable or disable auto keystone correction. When the auto correction is off, you can use a manual correction. We also have initial angle correction, screen scaling, and projection mode in this menu. The audio settings have only sound effects. By the way, if you go to the general menu and then App Settings, you will see many Android files. This is because the Alliwava HY320 projector also has a smart system. You need to press the menu up, right, down, and left buttons on the remote control to switch to the smart system. You know, it is the same Android system as the previous Alliwava projector we tested. First, you need to connect to the Wi-Fi. On the home screen, we have recommended apps such as Netflix, YouTube, Disney+, and Prime Video. Then we can go to Apps section and find all installed applications, App Store, Mirrorcast Receiver, File Manager, Netflix, YouTube, Google Play Store, and others. If you don't see your app here, you can search for it in the App Store or Google Play Store. But first, you need to log in to your Google account. There is a lot of content in the video and music sections, but it is all on YouTube.
Variety sources confirmed it, and apparently they've already spent a hefty $30 million on development costs.
By the way, as you may have noticed, there are two Netflix on this projector. Honestly, I don't know what the difference is between them. But the second app can only be used with the mouse cursor. Anyway, I don't watch Netflix and I don't have an account. As for YouTube, it is an official app because I'm logged into my premium account.
A mini computer with you, for example, to the office or a college, the Alliwava HY320 is definitely the best option.
Now let's test the screen mirroring. You can connect your smartphone via cable or Wi-Fi. The projector supports dual-band Wi-Fi 6, so the latency is very low. You can even try playing games. By the way, you just heard the sound from the built-in speaker of the projector. What do you think of it? I am testing the projector in a large room, so there is an echo here. But still, the sound quality is good for a budget projector. At least the volume is enough for my room. When it comes to the fan noise of the Alliwava HY320 projector, it is about 52 decibels, very close. And 47 decibels at 1 meter. Yeah, it is a little noisy, but when you are watching a video, it is not a big deal. Let's move on to image quality. The projection screen size ranges from 30 to 150 inches. This is about 40 inches at a distance of 2 meters. And then I put the projector 3.5 meters away from the wall, and it is about 120 inches screen. You should understand that the image quality is better on a small screen. However, I think you are more interested in watching the video on a big screen, so I will continue on the 120 inches screen. The native resolution of the Alliwava HY320 projector is 1080p, however you can even select 4K resolution on YouTube. The contrast ratio is 2000 to 1, and I think the colors are good for a budget projector. As for the brightness, it is 300 ANSI lumens. This projector is designed for using in a dark room, and you can really watch any content on it, including dark movies or games.
Let's get the people in there.
Easy on the berry. When did you learn Nick was missing?
I was in Paris. It was a birthday present from him. It's already.
If you do want to run the projector in a bright room, you can give it a try.
Her parents are monsters.
Wow. I thought you were just being dramatic. Oh, wow, you ain't kidding.
Her parents are monsters.
Wow.
And a third straight running play picks up the first down. At the 37 tight end set, Michelle the running back. And a third straight running play picks up the...
In general, you can watch sports matches or animation films, but dark movies can be a problem. Now you can watch some more videos without my comments.
Yeah, they went into the dark forest, and when they came back, they were a little different.
How different?
Well,
Wow, you ain't kidding.
So if you're too grouchy to answer the question, just answer grouchy to answer the question. You have to hit with the head of the passenger seat. The widow inextricably reported her husband missing. She needs the aunt to bury. When did you learn Nick was missing?
I was in Paris.
At first, the battle began in luck, hitting the third spot. Walks it into center field. Merrill on an angle back makes the play. The Dodgers waste no time. Otani's going to score.
For about 13. Challenging right up the middle. And LaMarcus Joyner to safety.
You know, now I understand why this projector is so popular. It is available under different brands, but it is basically the same projector, only the specs and smart system may be different. Talking about Alliwava HY320, I think its advantage is a smart system. I haven't seen this Android system on other HY320 projectors. It is very similar to Android TV, and I like that it supports Google services such as Google Play Store, YouTube, and more. You can also watch Netflix, Prime Video, Disney+, and other streaming services on this projector. Design is a highlight of the HY320 projector, because you can quickly point the projection up or down the wall, or even the ceiling. Overall, this is a good projector for beginners. Thank you for watching, see you soon!